Because you are competing technically against the other shops in South Florida at the same time, if you're into the contest and all that stuff.
I fucking hate the contest. Especially when I was younger, I was like, I really want to get that.
Yeah.
Once I did, kind of the magic was gone. And then you start, like, becoming friends with everyone and all the judges.
Once you realize that it's rigged.
Yeah. And then it's like going backstage at a magic show.
It's like going backstage at the strip club. Lose the magic.
You're like, this is gross. I paid $200 for this.
I'm going home, and I need a shower.
Well, give us an intro.
Welcome to the Unemployable Podcast. Today, our special guest, Boris Bianchi.
Quis. Y'all call me
Can
Quis.
we restart?
Yeah.
I just looked at him and I got confused, dog.
Am I supposed to say my name or you're
No,
supposed to say my name?
I got confused, dog.
Okay.
You're just so handsome.
I was like reading this.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Welcome to the Unemployable Podcast. Today, we have our special guest, Boris Bianchi and Marquise.
Yo.
We will be talking about the sick convention that just happened, the All-Star Show in Miami.
Oh, the one from yesterday.
The one from yesterday. It's right in there.
Did you read that?
Yeah, I read it. I mean, as much as I can read.
This is the invitation for the convention?
Yeah, you got a golden ticket.
So that was the official invitation. So essentially, Emilio would come to your studio and officially invite you.
Wow.
We would give you this ticket and, make you do a whole video with him inviting, like accepting the ticket and the invitation. And, then he would give you a bill.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. I mean, so he'd come to the shop, he'd give this invitation, he would shoot content, and then charge you for the booth?
Yes.
Well, but I mean, you could be like, I don't want to come.
Pretty much.
That's kind of weird to say that after he just did a video
Right.
talking about you coming.
Yeah. So, yeah, you would do the video, and then he'd be like, all right, cool, post it, tag me, blow it up, and then he would be like, I've got your email, right, so I can send you the bill for the convention.
For how much?
So I believe it was $1,100 starting. And then
For one booth?
For two people, a regular two-person booth.
A 10 by 10.
Yeah, which, I hear Detroit is about that price. I'm not sure.
I think Golden State is around that too. With Empire.
There's places, Golden State, New York.
That are $1,100 for a booth?
Maybe.
Last time I checked, booths were
maybe like $900 a grand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, artist price is definitely different than like our a brand's price. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Because from my understanding,
I think it's like
most conventions are like
$975.
$800, unless you're established convention like Detroit. I get Golden State and I get New York, but for a new convention,
But that was pre-sale too.
that was
right?
pre-sale. So apparently, it was like a Nike drop. So.
Right.
Then if you missed that pre-sale, I believe they were
baby.
$1,500.
Yep.
Yeah, which is
That's high.
it's very high, especially considering that it wasn't really Miami. I could understand that if it was like Midtown, South Beach, downtown,
Brickell, yeah.
like any of those places. But to be out like
In
where
Kendall?
in Kendall, where they do gun shows every weekend, like
Wild.
Yeah, it was funny because like I was talking to Cam and he was like, and I was like, where is this place? And before we went, and he's like, oh, it's Miami, so it's probably like somewhere nice. It's probably like where the anime one was or something.
Oh, that's the Miami Beach Convention Center. Yeah, that's a
That was
nice
nice.
venue.
That show?
That's a
That
good
was
venue.
nice.
That show.
Well, that's where
a booth was maybe not even $1,000 there for a 10-foot booth. I could look it
I'll,
up.
listen, I'll be honest. I'm really just not familiar with Miami at all.
Yeah.
well, they do the youth fair there.
But I'm just saying like what Cam said.
Yeah.
So, and then I was like, no, it's out west. And he's like, I think you have the wrong address. And I'm like, no, I don't.
Cam.
You're just an idiot.
You're just guessing.
Well,
where
no,
it is.
yeah, he was just guessing. But I'd never been there either.
Yeah. Well, there's no reason to go there unless you go to the youth fair.
That's it.
Yeah.
Get some funnel cake.
I
Do you
went
think
to
he?
FIU
Do you
right
think he
there,
did that
so-
because is he like familiar with that area?
It's
or
a lot
something?
cheaper.
Yeah,
it's
it's
probably
probably
the
just cutting
cheapest.
costs. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's probably the cheapest like localized big venue for it. They
At the
used to
Miami
do-
Beach Convention Center, the Wi-Fi for the staff
Yeah.
for the other convention was just $10,000 alone, just for the Wi-Fi.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
To use it?
Yeah, to have like staff, like the Wi-Fi for the staff to communicate, run their programming, cameras. Not for
Oh,
like
for the
us.
people there.
No, for the organizers for that convention.
Oh,
Yeah, 10 grand alone. So that's like a real like expensive like venue.
Damn.
But that's essentially 10 artist booths. So you sell 10 artist booths, you can pay for that Wi-Fi if you put like
at the
location like that.
At the fairgrounds, they had these like tin cans with string.
Bro. Those are probably 8-foot booths, not even 10-foot booths. To be real.
Yeah.
I think you were right because I was in one of them and my buddies were there and their booth was fucking claustrophobic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, I mean, it was in the middle of, I mean, they actually used to do a convention there about 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was
Gathering of the
Giants.
Yeah.
And then the last year it was at the Mikasukis.
Yeah, it was.
That was a long time
That was
ago.
like 8 years ago, the last one, 9 years ago. That was my first convention ever.
More than that, man.
So did Emilio throw the convention? Or who was all involved with throwing the convention?
Emilio
Keys, who
Dynamic.
threw the convention?
I'm not even sure.
The All-Stars,
So it was, for the All-Star convention, it was Dynamic and Emilio Freak Factory.
Which
Just those two.
Which is also Dynamic.
Yeah.
Because they got sold out. But
Yeah,
Who?
Dynamic bought Freak Factory.
yeah.
And so that's why they have
partnered
this
up and,
partnership going on and the whole thing. And so at the end of the day, it was Dynamic convention.
Yeah, it was a Dynamic
Yeah.
convention.
You know them?
Not really. I really don't know them though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know them either, but actually I guess a few friends of mine are friends with them.
Well, they're here in Fort Lauderdale, no?
I think they have to be local.
Because
Pompano?
they're in Pompano?
They're in Pompano? Yeah.
I mean, I remember,
That's crazy.
like, dude, when I first started tattooing, man, like, and everybody will tell you this, like, when you used to buy Dynamic, obviously you didn't have, like, the same resources to buy ink and all that stuff here.
Yeah.
And so you would essentially order it from them, and they wouldn't let you go to their warehouse. So
They
you would
would
have
not?
No. So you would have to meet them at a gas station like you were doing a drug deal.
Crazy. Trying to
Why
keep
wouldn't they
that
let
formula
you do it?
secret.
I have no idea.
Was it the form? Keep
I
the formula?
honestly have
sure.
no idea, but you can ask anybody that used to buy Dynamic like 10, 15 years ago, and they will tell you that it was like a drug deal. You would meet him at a gas station on the corner, and he would show up, he'd give you a bag of Dynamic, and then you'd give him the cash, and you'd dip.
It's
Damn.
crazy.
That's it.
Allegory's never done that once for me.
I've never heard of Allegory doing that, no.
It's fucked up.
Do you know anything about that, Keys?
Nah, we don't even sell directly. You have to just order online.
Gotcha.
Or we just sell to like the local suppliers. We like to support like the businesses around us.
Fair
So we'd rather like sell them the ink at good prices and then drive the artist to their business.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, you went to the convention. Well, you worked it.
Yo, damn.
No, I didn't.
What day did you? Well, yeah, because my thing with it was I wasn't gonna go, just because in my head like all Miami conventions suck.
They do.
Well, all like
They
South
do.
Florida conventions
They
suck.
do.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
maybe
Florida
that's like
conventions
Yeah, period.
suck.
I'm
Yeah.
only going to Tampa to hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
Busch Gardens.
so, and maybe that's like bad, like maybe I should start going, try to help. I don't know, whatever.
I don't know. I think
So-
you're right, man. I really do, because I asked Troy that one time, and I was like, why don't you guys do more shows down south? Then I was like, that the people that do the convention down in Miami in Fort Lauderdale, the DoubleTree one, they don't do it no more. And he looked at me and he was like, to be real with you, dog, Florida just has too much free shit, and people don't want to pay $25 to get into a show.
Yeah.
And I get it, and it makes sense, and that's why all the shows here tend to fucking suck.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know,
The
whatever.
Coral Springs convention.
It's all your fault.
Now they're doing it at the convention center, no?
I don't know.
Yeah,
What, for next year?
I guess, because
Or is that this year?
I don't know. Well, I think it's this year, because I remember Coral Springs sent me an email saying that I guess the Hyatt or whatever the hotel they do it at doesn't want them involved anymore. And so now they have to move it to the convention center.
It's probably better anyway.
To be fair,
We'll see.
that show got wild.
Did it?
Yeah, they had like a fetish show, and they'd get fucking people from the crowd up there and strip them down to their underwear and fucking flog them and whip them. It was so good,
There's
bro.
like families in there.
Yeah, bro, that shit was. Yo, you see,
Bring
like,
your kids over here.
Coral Springs of all places have a tattoo convention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I got there was so much police. I was like, all right, let me just park
That's what-
good. Like,
That's what the
Yeah.
CS tattoos everyone has means, right? It's Coral Springs.
nah. Still waiting for mine.
Yeah.
I
You
wasn't.
almost made me spit at Boris, dog.
I wasn't gonna go, but I got. It was like Friday night probably, and Saturday morning. I got so many calls about the show.
Yeah.
Mainly like just drama. Like, oh, this is happening, that. And at first I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. Like, people always get upset at shows.
Yeah.
But it was more calls and more reactions than I've ever had of any convention. So I was like, yo, I'm going to have to go down and like check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got some calls too, right?
Yeah.
It was just like,
What?
it's just the
Really?
only
Yeah.
thing that
I
was
didn't
being
even
talked
call you.
about.
What do you mean?
I called you?
No, you didn't call me.
Damn, what's going on?
Other people called me, bro.
What?
Wait, so
Okay.
what was your experience tattooing there, or not tattooing?
When did you tattoo there?
Or
When did
lack
you
thereof.
not tattoo there?
So I didn't tattoo at the Sullen booth there on Sunday.
Right.
But honestly, for me, it was pretty easy. I had my client that already booked, so I was like, yeah, you paid already. You want to just go to the show and get tattooed there? She was down. We went. Fucking commandeered shit from everybody because I brought nothing but my tattoo machine.
Why not?
Normally when I pack for conventions, I pack 3 days before because my ADHD is so violent.
I'll be honest, I don't pay attention to you.
Yeah.
So I don't.
I mean, you don't live with me. You don't see me do it.
Right, so how would I know?
So I'm just telling you. I'm giving
Oh,
you
okay.
the...
Because you said you know how I...
You know how I be. You know how
You
I
should just
be,
have
dog.
it packed ready to go. You know
Nah,
what I'm
bro.
saying?
Yo, like a go pack? Damn, that's smart. But
Yeah.
then I'd have to repack it every time.
Yeah, when you come back,
So?
just pack it up.
I guess you're not wrong. I could
All right,
do
so
it.
you're
Wait,
heading...
so because you didn't pack 3 days in advance, you're like, my ADHD is not allowing me to pack a couple hours.
No, I forgot. I forgot.
You're like, I give up.
Yeah, straight up, like my shit was like, yo, it's time to go. Let's just leave. And I was like, all right.
Yeah.
I got Allegory's black and I got my machine. I knew I wasn't going to get good black there.
Oh, like dynamic?
Yeah. It's funny. They tried to sell me something. I was like, ugh.
All right, keep going.
But anyways, so yeah, I got to tattoo. The light was fine. The AC was okay. It was very loud.
What day was it?
Sunday.
That's the day you tattooed?
Yeah.
Sunday? Okay.
So I got like probably the chillest day out of all of them.
With the Sullen boys?
Yeah.
They're the best.
They're the fucking greatest, dude. I get there and they're just like, fuck yeah, bro, let's do this. And I'm like, dude, how are you guys so like positive?
Hoon was there?
Yeah.
Nice.
It was Jeremy, Hoon, and fucking Matt.
Yeah.
And then Jeremy halfway through the day disappeared to go get tattooed.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was rad.
By who?
Oh, yeah, I think I saw pictures.
Yeah, he got a portrait of his wife. I forget the dude's name, bro, but he's one of the FK Pro Team guys. But he did a portrait of his wife over the blackout in white ink, and yo, that shit was sick. There's like all kinds of
I
like,
gotta fucking see
bro,
that.
it's rad. It's really cool.
All right, so you show up at the convention.
Yeah, and I just start walking around.
You paid for a wristband.
First convention
How'd you
I
get
ever
in?
actually had to
You
pay
just did
in
the
my life.
old rave swap?
Well,
The
no.
old rave bracelet swap?
So Emilio's family and I are really close. I was probably one of the first people to help them out when they got here and like started doing the Freak Factory stuff here.
Yeah.
And so like I got to know all of them. Like I know his wife, I know his daughter, I know his son, you know. And I showed up and his wife was at the gate. So I gave her a big hug and I'm like, hey, I got a band inside. Is it okay if I go grab one real quick? And she's like, yeah, but come back and show me. So I went into my boy's booth and I was like, hey, yo, I got an extra band. He's like, fuck yeah, I can put it on.
Right.
Solid.
It was fine.
It was fine. We
They
all
knew what
Gucci.
you did, though.
They know what I did.
Right.
They know me. They know my ways.
Okay, good.
But so I started walking around, seeing all the cool booths and stuff, all the homies there. There's actually a lot of people that I knew from like a lot of different places, so that was cool.
There was a lot of people there.
I got to meet all the quote unquote freaks. So like Black Alien was there, Tiamat the Dragon Lady was there, fucking all kinds of people. I don't remember everyone's name, but it was rad seeing them. It was cool seeing Emilio suspend. That dude's nuts. I thought that was a really cool suspension show just because normally it's not so theatrical. It's just like about the rays and then like the swings and stuff.
Well, what did they do different?
He had like fucking smoke in the back, like just like not like the fog, like smoke cannons.
Okay.
So that was cool. A whole bunch of lights. Fucking Emilio. You remember?
So that's where the booth money went.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. That production was insane, bro. It was amazing.
We are going to do a crazy show about me.
What's her name? Homegirl that used to work here for like a week. Indigo. Indigo was there. Yeah.
Edit that so it looked like I thought of it right away.
So Indigo.
You mean Indigo?
Indigo, yeah. So Indigo was there.
I can't believe you didn't remember, Dan.
Yeah, I know. I'm a fucking idiot, dog. But Indigo was there, and she was part of the thing, and it was cool.
Yeah, because I saw Mason there.
Yeah, he was there too.
Yeah.
I don't know. He looked like he was having a good time.
I was happy to see him, bro. I love magic, bro.
Yeah. He didn't do no magic for me. But.
Bro, this guy is a crazy magician.
like Chris Angel level, but not shitty.
Okay. He used to just come to the shop and do magic for all the clients.
Oh.
It was like the best perk.
Made Alex forget
Dude, it was. Listen. Well,
what is my name?
So he would either come over and like do some mind freak shit to the client, like tell them things they were thinking about or whatever.
Why haven't you done a skit about this?
What?
Why haven't you done a skit
We
about
did.
this? Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Shit, I got it.
Or he would come to the table and hypnotize one of the apprentices.
Really?
And it was hysterical. Like, so their feet were stuck to the ground, their hands were stuck to the table, make them forget their name. It was ridiculous, bro. It was so
That sounds
good.
like a fun apprenticeship.
He'd make
Bro,
them
it's
feel
fire.
drunk.
What?
Yeah, bro.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's amazing.
Didn't go so well.
So yeah, he had the smoke cannons. At one point, he grabbed Indigo like while he was hooked up, and they lifted both of them. And I was like, "That's nuts!" And then he had another one of his homies come up, and he had his Emilio had his fucking knees pierced. Ears pierced. He had his knees pierced, and they pierced Homeboy's ass cheeks and connected them, and they lifted Emilio up. And then dude went up by his ass cheeks under Emilio from Emilio's knees, bro. That shit was nuts.
Damn.
Wow.
It was really fucking crazy, bro.
So wieners were flying.
Wieners were flying. I was half hard. Next
Because
level.
one time at a shop I used to work at, we yanked someone from their butt cheeks up.
No way.
And we had them on a folding table. We must have been 23, 24, like all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, we didn't like think anything through.
Because you were 24.
Yeah. So we had him on the table, and it was like taut. It was nice and tight. And he's like, okay, remove the table. And we didn't think about the fact that he would like, his body would fold.
Yeah.
So his fucking head smacked his knees, boy.
That's fucking sick.
We were like, oops. Are you okay?
Should have lifted him a little bit.
He's like, does it look cool? We're like, yeah, it looks fucking sick, dude.
I saw one suspension from the butt. This was at a Villain Art show a few months ago, but this person went up by their ass cheeks and they didn't fold. And I thought that was so impressive. I'm like, yo, that's
Like
crazy
core
core strength.
I'll mix it up.
That's why you get the big old cut.
I actually got a hot one today.
A hot what?
Hot matcha for some reason.
I
always
usually
get
go
cold,
for
but I was
hot.
like, let me get a hot today.
Do
Switch
you
it
regret
up.
your decision?
Nah, because it's gonna make me not drink it as fast. Cause I'm already on
That's
the
why I
other
get
drink.
cold. Or I mean hot.
Yeah,
On the Red Bull?
Yeah, on the Red Bull. Yeah.
So what else, Dan? Because you were on the inside.
Yeah, I was on the inside. I was deep in them trenches, my boy.
Did you get one of these?
No, he would have given that to all of us.
What?
He would have given that to all of us.
Why do you think? Why didn't you get one?
Yeah,
So
didn't
he-
you help his family out?
He asked.
Are you a free pick?
No, because he called me and he was like, yo, I'm doing this show. All right, so I'm going to get into some history, right? So Emilio.
Fuck.
When Emilio was probably like 2 years into here, he was trying to throw a convention in DR, and I had bought my booth and my plane ticket, and he was like, don't worry, the hotel's included and all this shit and all that shit. And so I was stoked to go, and about 3 or 4 days before the show, I call him because he was supposed to pick me up from the airport in DR. And I'm like, hey, just making sure that we still got the fucking travel to DR from the airport to the hotel. And he's like, oh, I didn't tell you. And I'm like, excuse me? He's like, yeah, I'm not doing that convention anymore. Now it's just a seminar with Yamiko. Do you still want to come? And I was like, no, I don't want to go to not make money.
Did you pay already?
Yeah, I paid everything.
Wow.
I got my money back for the booth, but I never got my money back for the flight, you know, because I'm an idiot and don't fucking get the insurance. But
Well, you wouldn't expect somebody to dick you over.
also that.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially your friend.
Right.
So
Family.
then he hit me up for this one.
Amelia.
And he was like, yo, do you guys want a booth? Like, as a whole shop. He was like, does the shop want a booth? He called me asking. And I was like, honestly, John isn't going to pay for a booth. And I'm not going to pay for a booth.
That's what you said?
Was I wrong?
What?
Was I wrong?
No, I don't care.
We wouldn't have paid for a booth in Miami. Come on, dog.
Well, no.
What are we,
It's
peasants?
not about.
Cut that.
I just don't. I don't care if you got it. Those are
I don't
dance
care
words.
either. You can make
I
people
just
mad.
wouldn't. I just really don't do the Florida convention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and the main reason is I can only do so many trips before my girl files for divorce that I would rather go like to other trips.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, it's not even just that, too. It's also, like, the fact that, like, you have a shop 45 minutes away from the fucking convention center.
True.
It just don't make sense to me financially to pay.
Well, I mean, I disagree with that.
Yeah?
I mean, you always got to support your local shows if they're.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel like
I mean,
that
I guess
more.
you're not wrong. Yeah, if it's, like, something like that, yeah, like,
Yeah,
show
I mean,
up,
you
have
know,
a
it's-
booth.
He's not wrong.
But like in other
You know,
places,
but it's
like,
supporting
you
your
always
local
see
show,
that.
and then the fact that you're winning an award in your hometown as well is a nice feeling.
Yeah.
Because you are competing technically against the other shops in South Florida at the same time, if you're into the contest and all that stuff.
I fucking hate the contest.
Generally, I do too. But it is nice to have like a hometown award.
You're not wrong. Especially when I was younger, I was like, I really want to get that.
Yeah.
But I think like once I did, kind of the magic was gone, and then you start like becoming friends with everyone and all the
Once
judges.
you realize that it's rigged.
Yeah, and then it's like going backstage at a magic show.
It's like going backstage at the strip club. Lose the magic.
You're like, this is gross. I paid $200 for this.
I'm going home.
One thing I would say, this show, the competitions were actually free to enter. So,
I heard a lot of positive about the competition.
yeah, I heard like
I heard a lot of negative.
Well, this is why I tried to get a lot of people so we could have a lot of different
yeah.
perspectives.
So basically, the competitions were free. The artists didn't have to pay. They didn't have to register early. They just have to line up.
You had to be there to enter.
You have to be there to enter. You have to have a booth there to enter. You
Right.
can't just be like someone walking in, bringing all your clients.
Right.
So that was dope.
Yeah,
Right.
which on
Especially,
that end,
like, in
actually,
Miami.
like,
Yeah, I respect
you
that.
know, yeah. Sometimes the judging, like, bro, we all know how that shit is.
How
Heel
many-
tattoos always win, bro. It's so shitty.
What?
Heel tattoos always win at conventions. It's
Well,
the
they had a
shittiest thing.
heel
They had it-
tattoo.
they had it separate.
Yeah, they had
That's
it separate.
fire.
Yeah. It could be healed, but
And
you
then
have to have a
technically
booth
they
there.
had like every competition was judged by somebody who specialized in that style. That
Yeah.
was also dope.
Fantastic, yeah. I thought the craziest tattoo I saw being done there was homeboy that got the fucking logo on his back. I don't know if you saw it or not.
I did fucking see that.
Yeah, right?
He got like the
fucking
skull.
the skull
With Miami
thing.
and like
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, in color. I saw that one.
Bro, that thing, and the guy got it over like the whole weekend. Let me see.
yeah, he got
Send that
Amelia's
to Danny.
face on his back
Yeah.
Wow.
with
Spasiba.
Miami. Yeah,
Yeah.
nuts.
You said spasiba?
Spasiba.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I heard, bad was just the competitions ran too long.
Yeah.
You know, like some days, like people were telling me they were there till like 1, 2 in the morning. And the competitions were still going on.
Why do you
I
think
know-
that was? Like,
Well,
in
too many
comparison-
people.
lot of
They
entries.
should have capped it. You know,
Yeah.
and I feel like because of that no cap, like
The other shows cap it?
No cap,
Yes, there's
dog.
lists. They
Yeah.
have you have X amount of entries, but also I feel like the show ran too late. Like
did.
It cuts off at 12 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? It was 12 o'clock even on like Sunday. I've never seen like a convention. Sunday usually ends at 8 because you got to think about
load
like,
out.
The artist experience. You know, it's Miami. They want to leave, eat,
that convention
refresh
was
for
in
the
hood,
next
so they
day.
didn't care.
What happened?
You know what? I actually.
What are you gonna see in Kendall after the show, bro? People get shot. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You're gonna see some fucking Honda Miata passing by you like 300 miles.
I know one of the contests was judged at like the dynamic booth because they were running too late and kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it.
Okay.
So they actually had to move the whole contest to the booth.
Just like operational nightmare bullshit.
Yeah. That, I mean, I don't know. There was some people that were telling me that like I know one girl that essentially was had to like argue with the judges because they insisted that the tattoo wasn't done there,
Oh yeah,
and it was.
yeah.
You know, like
what?
they'd started it and they were like, no, this is healed, and she was like, it's not. Like they just started it yesterday, and it was like
It was best
big
collab.
yeah, like a lot of arguments about all that stuff, and so I don't know, man.
Yeah, actually, I heard a bunch of people complaining, but it was like the typical baby shit. Yeah. Like, mine's better.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, go home.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The fact that that award was his face as well.
What? I didn't even see
Yeah, they were little busts
yeah.
of the fucking skull face.
I don't even pay attention. The competitions, like, the whole, like, aura around it will make me hate tattooing. Like, I just stay away from it. It's, like, all just disease, fucking terrible. What?
Are you not award winning?
No, I am.
Oh.
Which, it's like, but that's like what I say. Like, once I like won some awards,
You're like, fuck this.
I was like, this is dumb. You know, and like, I think I told this story before, but like what really did it for me, I'm not going to say the convention, but because it's not important. I entered a piece, this castle I did. It did not place. I just happened to be with these guys judging the next day and that day at night. I was with my buddy that had the piece. They're like, yo, that's sick. I'm like, yeah, that's funny. I put it in the fucking competition. You didn't even place. And he goes, put it in tomorrow. And then I won first place. And I was like,
That's crazy.
This is dumb.
Worthless award.
I mean,
I'm not saying that happens every time, but it completely. I never entered after.
Was it in the U.S.?
Yeah. And then I was like, this is dumb, and I don't know. And then like seeing like, bro, just seeing people like lose their mind from not winning. I'm like, that's like not what any of this is about for me.
It's not.
And I don't even want to like put myself in the position to possibly turn into that person. So I don't fuck with it.
It does suck when you essentially see that happening and you worked your fucking ass off that entire weekend to win something, and then like homie that just had a drink with one of the judges like wins.
It's bullshit, bro. And that's just not what conventions for me are about. If my client is like, I want to enter, I 100% support them. Yeah. But like, I'm just not going to ask my client to like stay late when they don't want. Because if I ask, they're going to feel like pressured, like they have to.
No, I'm the same way.
I'm not going to rush. Like if I had a client and they're like, yo, I want to go for an award. Yeah. I would attack the piece different than if I wasn't. And to be honest, it wouldn't be as fun for me and for the client, because this is how it would look. We're doing whatever the fuck I want. You have no say in this. Yep. And I'm putting headphones on, and we're not talking the whole time. Just because of how high level of competition we're at now. Like even seeing like the pieces at Golden State, and I'm like, this is like, you have to bring your best and just hope you're lucky enough for everything to line up that day. Your energy, your sleep, you're not sick. Like, you know what I mean? Because everyone's at top performance.
Or you
it's
just
almost
go
like
have a drink with.
What's that?
Or you just go have a drink with one of the judges.
Yeah, or fuck one of the judges. Yeah, you boys throwing hand jobs out.
Sometimes it hurts.
It hurts to win. I'll do whatever it takes.
Right,
but I saw people leaving early. I saw people taking drugs from anxiety. I saw people being mad at their friends. I saw people like
at that show or at this show?
At every show.
Oh yeah,
in general. I mean, dude, it does suck, you know. But I definitely wouldn't take it that far.
And then the other thing with like the competition stuff, right? It's like kind of like a mini Ink Masters. Like you're forced to like produce what you're trying to make as an amazing piece in like as little time and in the worst, like environment you can possibly create art in. You know,
saying you can't do it.
I mean, I'm saying I can't do it. I'm just saying like it's kind of fucking lame, dog. Because no matter what you do, you know that if you had that same goal at the shop, the tattoo would come out way better.
Yeah.
That's why I just want to do that, like, the one thing I've been talking about with where we just get, like, pro teams and a pro team works on an entire person, and now you're really only picking from, like, 10, 20 pieces instead of 100 million entries, you know? But whatever. If people are about it and they like, and I understand, like, with competition and those things, like, comes sacrifice and pain. I'm totally familiar with that. Yeah. Like any sports, like I love sport. Like I get that. I'm just not trying to do that for tattooing.
Oh, of course.
You know, I'll do that at the gym. I'll do that with my crazy diets. I'll do that with, you know, being friends with Dan Serna. Like, but I'm not I just don't want to, like, I'm there to see my friends and like chill. Yeah. For me, that's how I do conventions. You know,
that's what it's gotten down to for me as well. You know,
and someone made me feel real dumb thinking about entering a competition.
Oh, yeah. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, bro, I see the competitions. Oh, my God. I see the competitions like you're not going to win everything in life. Yeah. You have to enter, do your best. It's like a sneaker raffle, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. It just makes you get better, you know what I'm saying?
It's like Russian roulette.
Yeah. Because you got to think,
losers,
bro.
One winner, baby.
There's new tattoo artists every single day. And everybody likes their specific style. Like, this judge likes this. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So that was the good thing about having separate judges for the contest. Because, you know, you go to some of these conventions and the realism guy is judging traditional.
Oh, man.
And it's like, you know, and especially if it's like a best of day show, it's like, of course, the realism is going to fucking win. Like,
every
I'm not going to say,
yeah.
You know, so that was nice on that aspect.
I feel like, I might be wrong, but I feel like best in show is always taken by color realism.
Yeah.
Not always.
Well, at this show
Depends
it was.
where you are.
I don't really pay attention, so I can be completely wrong. Like, John, a color piece hasn't won in 10 years.
Well, you guys see the fucking best in show?
Separates it, no? They do black and gray. And
I don't think so. Best in show's everything.
Is it?
No, best of show, yeah.
But the guy who won best of show at All-Stars.
That's the only trophy that matters.
Was fucking amazing.
Who won best of show?
I don't know who he was. He was some cat from the fucking Philippines or something, bro. Mm-hmm. No English.
What piece was it?
It was like a Tekken fucking outer leg sleeve in full color realism.
Wasn't that at Golden State?
Nah, bro.
That was Golden State.
No, it was another dude then, because I mean, I guess
was it the same dude?
Just brought the same piece.
Just fucking touched it up all 3 days, you know, wiped away the makeup as he like.
Yeah, let me see that. I would like to see who that was.
Bro, that shit was nuts. For some reason, the All Stars page only has about 8 pictures on it, so I can't, you know what I'm saying? But
what do you mean 8 pictures?
It wasn't this one?
He's like, fuck it.
I can't even see the Instagram, so I don't even know what one. I don't know what one.
Why
can't you see it? No, he's like,
bro, I'm almost sure. I'm almost sure it was the exact same tattoo, bro.
I do my research, bro. Like, I go to shows all year. I'm doing my research on everything, the marketing, just seeing how it is. All the artists that we sponsor are going to the shows and taking awards every day. A bunch of our artists were taking awards, which was dope. But that was another thing. Like, I couldn't even see that.
Yeah.
But you know.
Yeah, man.
Well, I heard that, I don't know if you heard this, but I heard that
yes,
all the Allegory artists were not welcome there. And I'm not by anyone running the convention. Mm-hmm. These were like calls I was getting. And I was like, damn, really? And then I like found out that Dynamic was part of it. And then
I was told I was uninvited, which was apparently a lie because I was sponsored by Allegory.
Well, and that made me feel weird. And that was these were like the rumors going around. It was like, you know, no one from Allegory is allowed there. You're not allowed to have any Allegory ink there. You can't wear nothing Allegory. So, and I had already like told a bunch of people I was going to go that night, and I was like, damn, should I not go? Like, I don't want to cause drama. I don't want this to be uncomfortable. You know, did I experience any of that when I was there at the convention? No, but to be honest, I was kind of avoiding anyone associated with the convention.
Yeah.
But more importantly, like, I didn't feel welcome before I even got there, which was a little disheartening. you know.
Yeah.
But do you feel that you didn't feel welcome because of predetermined notions because of what you were told, or was it something else? You know, like, do you think it was just in your head?
A lot of people were calling me just saying stuff, and I know better than to like, you know, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna see for myself. That's the whole reason I went. And it was fine. You know, I didn't like no one was like weird with me. There was a couple guys there that were telling me like one dude was like, hey, I wore an Allegory shirt and they asked me to take it off. You know,
What?
people were
Really?
asking them to like hide Allegory ink off the table.
Really?
It's just kind of weird, bro. It's just like, yo, how fucking desperate are you?
I mean, from my understanding is that nobody was allowed to sell supplies in general.
At all.
Aside from Free
Yeah.
Factory.
Wait,
Free
but I'm
Factory was
talking
the
about
only-
artists couldn't even have their ink showing.
Yeah.
And like, look, maybe this was like 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. Maybe it wasn't that many people. But it was just like,
Enough.
What,
I don't know, it's just
What happened
weird,
with
bro.
Blockwork? They had a booth.
Yeah, so I was actually supposed to tattoo
What?
at the Blackworks
Blackwork.
booth. Blackwork gloves.
Oh,
Yeah,
they were
so
supposed to be there?
Yeah, so I was supposed to tattoo at
They
the
weren't
booth.
allowed to sell anything either. Apparently.
And so when we went to lunch with Lainey and Robert, after that, I drove him back here to the hotel, and we got on the phone with Blackwork, and I asked Anthony, I was like, hey, you guys got space for me in your booth? And he's like, I got you, bro. Like, say less, you know? The next fucking day was the first day of the convention. It was Friday. So I'm getting, no, it was Thursday. The day before the convention, it was Thursday. I call him up. I'm like, hey, tomorrow we're still good, right? He's like, so Lainey just called me and told me that they don't have a booth for
oh yeah,
us.
because Lainey was supposed to be in the
In
booth.
the Blackwork
Yeah,
booth.
Blackwork.
Yeah.
And so so I got the whole rundown from them at the show. Apparently they get there and like Amelia was like, no say, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. And
That's why her face wasn't on the FK booth. Because I was looking the
Yeah.
whole
and
time.
and so the whole thing was Amelia was
And
like,
she's so sweet. How you going to do that
so
to her, bro?
So this is what happened. Amelia was like, don't worry, we'll figure it out for you. Just give me a bit. It was going to take everyone's registry first and then at the end figure out where to put her, right? But instead, she was able to find Zeke, and Zeke put her in the FK booth
Yeah, of
because there was
course.
enough space. So that's how they got that shit resolved. But yeah.
Oh,
I
man.
mean, I heard they oversold booths. I don't know if that's true, but that was a little,
I saw a couple empty ones.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really hear about because I talked to Lainey for a while because we like just had her on the podcast anyway. I mean, she's such an amazing person and
Yeah,
tattoo
literally.
artist. Yeah, she's just the
Yeah,
best.
she's the best.
Literally.
Yeah, she was comfortable. She was doing an awesome chess piece in the
That
FK
piece was
booth.
fucking
Fire.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yo, and
Holy
that kid
shit.
was a gangster.
He was
Yeah,
a
he was-
collector, him and his
Yeah.
girlfriend. They
He's a
both-
tattooer.
Oh, is he?
He's a tattooer.
Oh.
Him and his girlfriend are both tattooers.
I didn't know. I thought they were just collectors.
Yeah, no, and they both tattoo pretty well.
What? He's a jeweler.
Dan, you're
sure?
full of shit.
I saw his page, dog.
Dan,
No,
Bro.
he says everybody thinks I'm the tattoo artist.
Dan, you're already 2 for 0.
Are those all his fucking like just shit that he's got?
This is where I'm getting my information. That's why I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna go see for
I'm
myself.
talking
dog.
about the client's husband. The client that she was tattooing was a dude, but him and his wife
Dan's talking
were
about Golden State,
collectors. Like the
probably.
client, they were collectors of her work.
Oh yeah.
His
Yeah.
chick was at Golden State. That was Laney's client at Golden State. Was his girlfriend, bro?
Just like the best of show at fucking
Yeah, with the
All Star. Yeah.
you were there.
We need to fact check Dan.
But yeah, she was happy. So I was asking a lot of honestly like friends like how they like the show.
Yeah.
She's so sweet. She was like, there was some, issue with Blackwork and, FK was, nice enough to just throw me in their booth, which was awesome. And, we gave Zeke a bunch of praise, whatever. That seemed to be fine. And like, her, she don't want to be involved in the drama because she's
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she's grateful.
Yeah. Where's my banner, bro? SANIDERM. What's up, dude? Sorry for... SANIDERM, the best aftercare in the world. And take it from me, I'm a pro team member. Use code UNEMPLOYABLE to get 20% off your SANIDERM. I only use SANIDERM. It's the best product out there. There's all these other products that just copied SANIDERM. Get the real stuff. Tell him, Alex.
Use SANIDERM.
And I heard there was nightmares with the health department. That
Oh, well, I didn't hear anything about the health department.
apparently that was the shit show. I heard that from a couple of different people.
But that's always an issue, you know?
Yeah, but I heard that this time was like more of an issue than most shows. Yeah. And then I also heard that they didn't have anybody going around like giving garbage bags or, I mean, I heard that they were charging people for everything, like even basic supplies, like just like, you know, usually conventions will give you like the first paper towel for free.
Yeah,
they'll leave like the roll and then the fucking water.
So apparently they weren't doing that, you know.
So I got there on Thursday.
Okay.
I got there on Thursday.
To the convention?
Yeah, I went every single day. I got there on Thursday because, like, you know the pre-convention vibe, like you get in, you feel it out, you know what I'm saying? Like most shows other than Golden State in New York, you can set up on that Thursday. You go, you see your homies, stuff like that, you know. So it was like nobody setting up. I got there like 4 o'clock. And then the health department people didn't have any papers. It was just like on the phone. And it was like very weird. And then it's like the supplies wasn't set up. So how can an artist pass the health department if they don't have the supplies to set their tray up? Because they're traveling from all over the place. So they need the green soap. They need the all that shit, you know, to show the health department that they are sanitary to tattoo. So it was just like weird. And it was kind of like the artists were also feeling weird because they're like, okay, it was hard as hell to like get to this venue. Then I can't check in with the health department because there's no supplies. And it was just like, it was really weird. There weren't any passes for the first day.
Do you think it was just because they're a new convention? They didn't have everything figured out?
No, because Emilio did the Venezuela convention. He knows. Like, he's done conventions before. Like, it's not his first fucking rodeo.
And
at
he, like,
the end of the day, bro, at the end of the day.
Like, you could just pay somebody off.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like, I don't throw conventions. I know that goes on. You know what I'm saying? There's just, like, certain things. You got to think about, like, the artist experience. Yeah. From the time they step in the door to the time they leave, because they're the ones that are paying for the booths. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that's making the show, like, popping by being there. You got to, like, really incorporate all that. Did
Allegory try to get a booth there, or did you guys even inquire about it? Out of respect, we didn't even ask because, like, I don't know, why would we do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're local here, and if we got a booth there, you know that shit would have been crazy, bro. Like, the booth that we had in Colombia. So it wouldn't even make sense.
Right.
So, and we weren't really, like, allowed to get a booth, so it's okay. I mean, I had a bunch of artists, like, hitting me up because people are coming from Spain all over the country, and they're asking to tattoo in our booth, and I'm like, bro, like, we're not allowed to have a booth. Yeah. And, like, they're asking me for ink.
You guys tried to apply for it, or did you talk to anybody?
Nah. We don't do Florida shows, bro.
I fucking know.
Yeah, we don't do Florida shows. Like, it's not like I just had a baby. Like, I wasn't even trying to. Golden State was supposed to be my last show of the year, and then going into like this show was like fuck. It was like 1 week right after. It was like hectic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we still gotta like support the artists. I'm smuggling like ink because my guys like need ink. They're coming from all over the fucking country, coming from Spain, and they can't buy any ink there. There's no supplies there.
Yeah.
You can't like force somebody to like use something. You know what I'm saying?
Are you tired of using ink bottles that are spelled correctly? Do you find yourself texting during ad reads for companies? Well, I do, and that's why I use Allegory Black. Are you tired of your black arms looking blue? Do you suck at tattooing and you want to get better? Use Allegory Black. Allegory has normal black and ultra black. Just when you thought it couldn't get any darker, they put out ultra black. Use Allegory ink. It's the best ink on the planet. Go to allegoryink.com and use discount code unemployable for 20% off. I know, it's crazy. It's so much money. You really should pay full price, but we have a discount code. Right, Alex?
That's right.
What was up with no vendors being able to like sell supplies? Is that a common thing that goes on at other shows?
No,
never.
It depends where you are. I've noticed like certain shows, like in the UK, there is like contracts. So like Brighton, there's like only Killer and like WBJ. So they'll let like suppliers sell there, but they try to make it more like about the artist. Like in the Scotland show, the vendors are like separated also. So it can be about the artists, but you
can still get supplies
there. Yeah. And there's not like they're still allowing multiple people.
Or you can't do this, or you can't do that. Like
at the London show, bro, it was Killer Ink. You were there. It was Killer Ink, it was WBJ, it was Star Tattoo Supply. It was like 4 supplies.
This is the
They were
first
all like
convention
making videos together,
seen.
like
You've done a lot.
Because I feel like a lot of new, like I'm always thinking about new tattooers coming into the industry. You know, like that's like where my heart is with tattooing, and it helps me stay, whatever. And like, so like I always like apply that shit to like the new guys. Honestly, because it was so fucking difficult when I was new to do anything. A lot of that was my own doing, but whatever, it still was what it was. And like I would go to conventions and new guys go to conventions to like get supplies and like the right supplies and be able to talk to the manufacturers and like ask questions that like maybe other tattooers don't give them. And then I was also like considering the price of these booths, because I think like especially early on in tattooing, maybe the first shows you're hitting are like local conventions. Yeah. You know, because, you know, you don't want to invest all this money in travel. You want to get your feet wet. Yeah. So I was like, damn, bro, like, it's kind of expensive for, like, a new tattooer. Like, hopefully their shop maybe gets involved financially. And then also there's, like, no vendors to, like, buy from, you know? And what made me think maybe this isn't typical is I saw a lot of companies posting these, like, I don't know how to describe it, passive aggressive, maybe, like, hey guys, sorry, we're not going to be able to give you any supplies at this show. And I was like, what does that mean?
Oh yeah, I saw that post.
There was a few of them. It wasn't just one.
Yeah, I mean, people are paying like upwards of $20,000 to be at that show as a supply company. Why? And then not allowed to sell shit. Yeah.
I guess there were like a couple companies that gave wholesale pricing to the convention.
Essentially, you had to wholesale to Emilio for him to sell for.
Yeah, middleman. Yeah. And so that was odd, like going to the FK booth and like not seeing any machines out, and then going to Emilio's Freak Factory like centerpiece, and he's just got all the FK pieces
I didn't even
out.
know Bishop was there.
Yeah,
I didn't see them at all.
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't see any of them.
I don't think they had a booth.
Oh,
yeah. So like most of the time when you go to conventions, like as like a business, right? No matter where you go, like there's people that support you, so they want to actually like meet you and like see you too. Yeah. Like going to conventions and like, bro, we've done weird ass conventions and I've done like Nebraska and shit like that. Just weird places that like people will never expect to see like a company and talk to you, touch your products, talk to you about it. You know what I'm saying? So a place like Miami, where there's no conventions, you should like be bringing these companies out.
Yeah, man.
Because everybody uses different products. You know what I'm saying?
And what are you scared of?
Yeah,
like,
that's what.
Allowing your
you guys like
that's what
the cross promotion and how like you're able to work with companies and build each other up, bro.
Yeah,
is crazy. And the companies pay more money for booths than anyone else.
Yeah,
and we pay for sponsorships. So
yeah, it's an odd thing to do, you know, because I feel like the thing that makes tattooing kind of like as special as it is like the variety in it, you know?
Yeah.
It's like if you have 2 black workers, even like let's say that like I do blackouts and then John does blackouts and we're both just blackout tattooers, right? Mm-hmm. We're still going to have our own clientele even if we're in the same fucking shop, because some people are just going to like John and some people are going to like me, even if we use the exact same things and the exact same techniques. It doesn't fucking matter.
All right. Model Citizen used to be cool before Alex started wearing it. Are you tired of being unattractive to everyone around you? Well, not anymore. With the Model Citizen apparel, you'll be beating them off with a stick. Finally, tattoo clothing that is actual quality, that I can wear around and feel good. For real though, the quality of these clothes is top notch. This is like nothing you've ever seen before with a tattoo company. This isn't some Gildan bullshit. These are quality, hand-picked clothing. They have everything from vintage styles, oversized clothes, modern tees. Go to themodelcitizen.com. Get them before Alex does.
Like, think about Golden State. Golden State is usually Hustle Butter, Cheyenne, right? Yeah. Bishop has a huge presence there.
Yeah.
FK used to have a huge presence there. They have Cam Tattoo Supply selling supplies there. They usually have Ultimate Tattoo Supplies selling supplies there. Tatzel,
Razor Blade.
No, not at that one. Not at that one because it's Cam. It's West Coast. Yeah. But they have like Bishop, Cheyenne, and FK are like 3 huge competitors. And usually they're all at every convention like together, you know what I'm saying? All their machines are $1,000+. They all got their own, you know what I'm saying, clientele, their own like different things from the other companies. So I don't know. It was just like weird.
So yeah, this was, for me, out of fucking all the conventions I've done, this was the first convention I've ever been to that there was only one supplier.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of monopolies.
That's nuts.
Yeah, well, it was, if anything, like, because as soon as, before I even got the wristband, I had, like, people coming up to me complaining.
Yeah. I mean, he
and,
was...
like, you can ask, like, Boris and I walked in together. It was, like, immediately, you know? And I was, like, and it was kind of like I was sad. I was like, damn, that sucks.
Like, people were uninvited for having...
Yeah.
Other companies.
Go ahead.
I gotta make a